Have you ever felt eyes watching you in an empty room? What if I told you they're real? Stay till the end. Your reality is about to shatter, inshallah. Number 10. The Haunting Hiss. Legends and Lore of Killer Snakes. In a quiet Burmese jungle village, villagers whisper about something ancient and alive. Not just any spirit, this one slithers. Locals spoke of strange sounds at night. Not animal calls, hisses. Low, deliberate, and terrifying. Every new moon, something was being taken. Goats, chickens, even one young boy. But no blood, no bodies. Only slime trails, winding deep into the forest. One night, a spiritual monk, Uzan Y, tried to confront it. He walked into the jungle with only a torch and prayer beads. Hours passed. Then, a scream. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. When villagers followed the scream, they found Uzan Y alive. But he had aged 40 years overnight. His hair turned white, his voice a whisper. It is not a snake. It is cursed soul, bound in scales, and it remembers every sin of the jungle. Pay close attention now. The spirit snake returns only when someone lies near a sacred tree. The village now has a rule: never lie near trees, or it will come. Number 9. The Screaming Mirror of Edinburgh. An antique shop in Edinburgh gained notoriety when a woman ran out screaming, blood dripping from her ears. What caused it? A Victorian mirror, beautifully framed, but cursed beyond belief. A noblewoman, Lady Eliza, once owned it. Obsessed with her looks, she made a dark pact, her beauty in exchange for her soul sealed inside the mirror. After her death, the mirror passed through hands. Every owner met tragic, horrific ends. Pay attention, a twist is coming. One owner claimed they saw someone behind them in the reflection, crying, bleeding, and grinning. When he turned around, no one. He covered the mirror, but still, at night, the sound of glass cracking and a woman whispering, "I can see you." Get ready for this bombshell. Experts tried destroying it, burned it, shattered it, yet every shard still reflected Lady Eliza's face, even with eyes moving. Now, it's locked underground, but one piece, a small shard, is still missing. Number 8. The Whispering Widow of Kyoto. Deep in the mountains of Kyoto, travelers often hear whispers near a broken bridge. The voice is soft, sweet, inviting. Many follow it, few return. Legend speaks of a woman named Akari, whose husband was taken by war. Every day, she waited by the bridge. One winter, she drowned herself. Her spirit still waits, but not alone. Hikers report hearing, "Come help me," before being pushed off by something invisible. Watch closely now. This will rattle your soul. One survivor, bruised and soaked, claimed, "I felt hands on my back, cold but real." But he never fell. He was found holding onto a rock, muttering one sentence. She said, "If I don't join her, she'll take my mother." Here comes the real twist. A local priest tried blessing the site. His final words were caught on tape. "There's someone behind me, but no footsteps." Today, the bridge remains untouched, but every full moon, someone disappears near it. Number 7. The Radio That Spoke to the Dead. In 1964, a Polish engineer named Marek built a prototype radio unlike any other. Its range? Global. Its function? Allegedly, cross-dimensional. He first noticed it when he heard his grandmother's voice. The strange thing? She had died 8 years ago. At first, he thought it was a glitch. But then came more voices, names he recognized. Sentences only they would know. Then, voices he didn't recognize, whispering threats. Be warned, this next twist is deeply disturbing. One night, Marek vanished. The only thing left? A journal. His last entry read, "They know I can hear them. One says I'll be the voice tomorrow." And here's the chilling part. The radio still exists, housed in a secret vault. But researchers say if you tune into 6.66 megahertz, you'll hear someone whisper your full name, even if you never told anyone. Number 6. The Child in the Closet, California Case. A young couple moved into a new home in rural California. Their daughter, Lily, began talking to someone in her closet. A friend? Maybe, until she said, "He doesn't like Daddy." They laughed it off until scratches appeared on the walls, always overnight. The closet would slam open at 3:14 a.m. One night, Lily was missing, screaming, crying. She was found inside the wall, unharmed, but whispering, "He said Daddy needs to go inside next. Hold on, get ready for something unimaginable." The father installed cameras. That night, at 3:14 a.m., the closet opened on its own. In a quiet neighborhood in Bogotá, Colombia, a house sat empty for years, until one young couple moved in. Everything was normal, until they heard crying. Soft, desperate, coming from under the floorboards. Every night, 2:23 a.m. sharp, the sound of a woman sobbing. Then it started changing. One night, the cries turned into laughter. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will break your brain. The couple installed mics beneath the house. The recording? It didn't just capture the cries. It captured a voice whispering their unborn baby's name, before the couple even knew the gender. Wait for it, here comes the bombshell. They called in a priest. He lasted 12 minutes. When he fled, he screamed, "She's under the house, but not alone." The police excavated the crawl space. What they found, 3 children's shoes from 3 different decades. No bodies, no explanation, and the crying still happens, even after they moved out. Number 4. The Possession Broadcast. In 1987, a small UK radio station aired a program called Voices of the Forgotten. It promised a live séance with a psychic medium named Evelyn Shaw. But what happened that night was never aired again. Evelyn began the session live on radio. She connected with a man named Thomas, who died in 1881. The studio was filled with static, but Evelyn's voice changed. She began speaking Old English fluently. Then, the screaming began. Now brace yourself, because this is no ordinary twist. The entire studio blacked out for 17 minutes. All clocks stopped. When the backup generator kicked in, Evelyn was on the floor, bleeding from her ears. Her eyes rolled back, and every listener heard a voice whisper, "He's inside me now." After that night, Evelyn vanished from public life. And the kicker? Every single person present that night died mysteriously within 13 years. Same cause of death, brain aneurysm. The audio recording? Still locked in BBC archives, under extreme psychological harm. Number 3. The Man Who Spoke to Himself and Answered Back. Jared was a recluse in Michigan, known for one thing. He never left his house. Neighbors thought he was eccentric, until police were called after no activity for months. What they found? Chilling. The house was filled with hundreds of tape recordings, Jared talking to himself. But in every single tape, there was a second voice, responding, whispers, deep, angry, sometimes pleading, sometimes mocking. Listen carefully. This next twist will shake your spine. One tape had Jared saying, "What do you want from me?" The voice replied, "To go back. You brought me here." Jared had experimented with mirror scrying, using an ancient ritual to talk to the dead. But the spirit he reached wasn't dead. It was something in between. A voice that claimed to be the echo of who you could have become if you had died at birth. Number 2. The Haunted Phone Line. Number 999-9999. Thailand has a terrifying urban legend, a cursed number, 999-9999. Dial it, and your deepest wish will come true. But the cost is death, in the exact form you feared most. Sounds fake, right? Until 2006. when 7 high school students were found dead. All had dialed the number. Each death, a precise replica of their worst nightmares, as written in their journals. Get ready. This next twist will mess you up. The police found the last call log on one of their phones. The call lasted 66 seconds. What they heard was nothing until second 65. A voice whispering, "Your wish is granted, now scream." Wait, it gets even worse. In 2010, a skeptical radio host live-dialed the number during his broadcast. He laughed it off. Listeners heard him scream, "Is my voice on the other end?" He died 2 weeks later in a freak accident, falling into a pit of broken mirrors. That number, still active in some countries. But every time someone dials, the cost is a soul. Number 1, the last patient. Room 313. In a forgotten asylum on the outskirts of Romania, there was one rule among staff. Never open room 313. It housed a patient named Daciana, admitted in 1911 after murdering her entire family, without touching them. All she did was look at them and whisper. Doctors believed she was schizophrenic, but cameras caught her speaking languages she was never taught, and summoning objects to move. Without lifting a finger, she never slept. Just stared at the wall and said, "You'll open it one day." A doctor finally entered her room in 1956. He never came out. Daciana was found alone, smiling. Room 313 was sealed for 40 years, until 1998, when a group of students broke in to film a ghost hunting documentary. They streamed it live. Now brace yourself. Viewers reported strange things during the live stream. Power outages, devices freezing, and whispers through their speakers. Get ready for this final, reality-warping twist. The footage? Cut off mid-scream. But the final frame shows Daciana standing behind the camera crew, even though she died in 1962. But here's the most terrifying part. One student made it out. He was interviewed in 2012. His last sentence. She said, "I'm her next room." Then, he vanished without a trace. And now, as promised, a final fact that will haunt you forever. This will rattle your soul. In 2021, a top-secret AI project claimed it could simulate voices of the dead. For testing, they input the name of someone who never existed,